When did you first realize that who you thought you were was not who you really are? I used to think I had my identity all figured out. Growing up, I believed I was just the sum of my family expectations, my group of friends, and the labels people gave me. I thought if I just stayed the course and fit into those roles, life would be manageable, predictable, and safe. I was the kid who said yes to everything and never questioned why. I liked the feeling of belonging, even if it meant hiding small parts of myself. I thought identity was something you were born with and did not change much. But then life threw me a curveball. A few years ago, I moved to a new city alone, away from everything and everyone I knew. It was terrifying but also freeing. Without the familiar faces and routines, I started to feel blank in a way I had never before. I did not know who I was anymore. The roles I had leaned on to define myself suddenly did not fit because I was not sure who I was without them. I felt lost and disconnected. I spent nights lying awake, wanting to scream or cry but not knowing why. I was scared that I might be nothing underneath all the layers I had built. That time was uncomfortable, but it forced me to sit with myself in silence, away from the noise. Slowly, I began to notice little things that made me feel alive. The books I wanted to read, the kinds of conversations I craved, the places I wanted to visit. I tried new hobbies that no one back home knew I liked. I allowed myself to question the beliefs I held because of others. It felt like peeling off old skin, painful but necessary. I realized then that identity is not a fixed destination. It is a collection of moments, choices, and feelings that shift as I change. I am not just my past or the expectations of others. I am also the unknown parts I have yet to explore. And that is okay. In fact, it is kind of beautiful. I still struggle sometimes with feeling like I have to fit into boxes. But now, I am gentler with myself when I get lost. I remind myself that not knowing all the answers is part of being human. I have learned to embrace the uncertainty because it means I am growing. I do not have a perfect definition of who I am, and maybe I never will. But I am learning to find peace in that, because identity